Game-changing moment for me, as far as going to hear a particular band, was when I was in high school. I went to see this band, Tower of Power. Tower of Power, for some of you who know them, was a part of what I call the big band era. Not literally the big band, but what I mean by that is that there were three bands that I knew of on the radio that I call big bands, and that was Blood, Sweat and Tears, Chicago, and Tower of Power. Tower of Power had the least notoriety of the three. They had more of a cult following. So I grew up in the Northeast Bronx, and my best buddy at the time still is Steve Jordan. We couldn't wait to get down to New York City. This is the first time my mom let me go out of the Bronx. So we rode the train down to see Tower of Power at this club that no longer exists, which is called The Bottom Line. And Dave Garibaldi was playing, and Rocco was playing, and it was a life-changing experience for me because we were a really big fan of Dave Garibaldi and other drummers, but to see that band and some of the arrangements that we listened to home and try and figure out, we walked away walking on water. At least I felt that way. I can't say enough about going to hear a concert live, and with live musicians and the interplay, almost as if it's like a professional team. It's a really good analogy, because like if you take a basketball team or a baseball team, if you're playing defense, and you got first base, second base, third base, catcher, and you know, if your team operates as one, you have a better chance successfully of playing better defense, and then certainly playing better offense. And to me, Tower of Power as a rhythm section, of course with the singing and the horn section, but the rhythm section, to me, what Dave and Rocco did at that time for their genre of the three big bands. I'm not saying there weren't other big bands in this in this style, but the ones that I knew about, we really liked what they were doing, and so we walked away from The Bottom Line inspired. With not trying to sound exactly like Dave, but really feeling like, wow, we heard a band that really had the two categories. It had some of the earlier bands, R&B bands, which I would say James Brown with Jabo or Clyde Stubblefield, because I think in my memory, Clyde and Jabo were one of the first drummers that I know of that had some rim shot playing and ghost notes. And then I think Dave sort of expanded on that idea with the way he approached it, the way he breaks down 16th notes, how he can play ghost notes ahead and back, still be really consistent on the snare drum, specifically how his 16 notes on the ride cymbal always were very even, the whole thing. And he didn't have really a big kit, but he was very powerful. Not powerful where he was dominant and unmusical, but dynamic. He could play loud when it called for, and he can play quiet when it called for. So I thought he was very musical, very innovative, and that kind of style was right up my alley, stuff that I like to do. So that was, for me, you know, a game-changing moment.